There are words in parenting plans and divorce settlements that by design are designed to set you up for failure. So there's the word reasonable. For instance, you have reasonable contact with your child. What is reasonable? If I am a child, a bus, please excuse me sounding the word out, but I get sanctioned for using these kind of words. Then 1 second on the 31st of February every year, as far as I'm concerned, is reasonable contact with your child. Prove me wrong. And the game is on. This is how the justice system specifically sets you up for failure. The other thing is that you cannot dictate in these kind of settlements. You cannot demand in these kind of settlements. So what is the purpose, really, of putting a parenting plan together in the first instance? Words like shall and may. I may let you see the child. I may let you contact the child. Oh, really? Nice. Okay. That is where the game begins. So words like must and will should be replaced with may and shall, which are iffy, maybe, I'll think about it when I'm in the mood, so on and so forth. And then we wonder why parenting plans by design don't work. Because if I can't make a specific instruction, and the instruction is not about me and my ego. It is about give the parents instructions, and either the parents abide by those instructions or they don't. But you use iffy, maybe, wishy-washy, nicey-feely words, and then everybody sits back stunned and amazed. Why don't the parenting plans work? The other thing that we also sit with is the documentation. So you've now gone and put this, what you believe a wonderful, amazing document together, and then what? It sits where? Okay. Guys, if it's not endorsed and approved by the Family Advocate's Office and signed or made an official order of court, it didn't happen. I get guys, and surprisingly I even get lawyers phoning me. Mommy changed the contact regimen. It was all hunky-dory, it was working, it was fantastic. Now mommy's got the you-know-what for me, and she wants to revert back to the original plan. But we've been doing it for 3, 4, 5 years. Now you've got to go back to court. That's your only... Unless you can get her to mediate or him to mediate, your only alternative is to go back to court, guys. If it's not documented, it didn't happen. The other thing around parenting plans, they must be specific, they must be measurable, they must be defined. So I will pick up little Johnny every Friday morning after school when it is my week to have little Johnny at my house. Okay, if it's not expressly written there, it didn't happen. So you guys, unfortunately, when you are in love and getting married and in a relationship, you're not thinking about the end of the relationship. That is the sad reality. Okay, and people show their true colors not when you're trying to get each other in the sack. Okay. They'll show you a whole other lot of colors that are very delightful, but they're certainly not going to show their true self. And you're only going to learn that the hard way when you're now trying to gain contact and maintenance and get divorced. So all I can say to you is, Obviously, the mature thing, as I'm very clear about this, mediation is the mature thing to do, but unfortunately, a lot of people are just exceptionally childish. Thus, you're forced to go to court. If you're going to go to court, you must make your parenting and your divorce plan specific, not wishy-washy, not if and maybe and may and shall and might. Okay. Will the courts accept giving instructions? I'm saying that we've got to start changing it. 20 years ago, we weren't hearing about 50-50 contact care, guardianship and maintenance. I was the forefather of pushing 50-50 contact care, guardianship and maintenance. What are we getting today? 50-50 contact care, guardianship and maintenance. Now we've got to start now we've got to start battening down the hatches. So words like must, automatic, immediate must be included in your lexicon when you are putting together a divorce and parenting plan, guys. And it's got to start. We've got to start pushing guys onto the beaches. The courts have got to change. My contact is from this period to that period. Define it. It must be specific. What happens if there is an accident? What is the protocol for what must happen around contacting who, when, why, if, God forbid, there is an accident? What is the protocol? What is the process and procedure? Nobody discusses that. What happens when your child needs to be rushed to hospital for an emergency? How do we handle that? If it's not specific, if it's not defined, if it's not detailed, it didn't happen. Every single communication that you have with the other person, if it's a telephone call or verbal, that's fine, that's fantastic, that's amazing. You send them a message when you get home and you say, we agreed to the following. If you do not come back to me by the end of the week, I will assume that you are happy with the document and that it'll be binding on both of us. Okay. So you're not waiting forever and ever, amen, for somebody to get back to you. All you need to do is at the end of the week, you send a message, you haven't got back to me, I assume you're satisfied with it, and it's now in effect. Okay. Guys, you've got to do this, because if you don't, I'm telling you now, I get phone calls. Mommy and I agreed about this 3 years ago. It's been working like this for the last 3 years. Now Mommy's got cross with me, and now she wants to revert back to the original parenting plan, taking away my rights and responsibilities because she willingly gave me more rights and responsibilities. And I know that there was a ruling by, I can't remember if it was a judge or a magistrate, that said that if a verbal agreement was made and it's been in effect, it can be presented to court as such. Yes, we know that. But think how much stronger your case would be if you had a document. Even if you guys don't go, if you've got a parenting plan and you don't go through the whole process of adding an addendum to your parenting plan, at the very least, the minutest of responsibility and accountability for you guys is that you both take it to a commissioner of oaths and sign and have it endorsed by a commissioner of oaths, so that you've at least got a document in your hands. All WhatsApps, emails, they must be saved to a hard drive, to the cloud, and you need to print out a hard copy. And you need, when it comes to saving it to the cloud, you need to give 2 or 3 people access that you trust. God forbid anything should happen to you. If you are having hassles, please reach out to us. All the contact details are in the information below. Please like, share, and subscribe. I love you all. Thank you.